Here we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Live now? Mm-hmm. I said, Dinah, is there anyone finer in the state of Carolina? If there is and you know her, show her to me. Dinah, with the Dixie eyes blazing, how long do you sit and gazing to the eyes of Dinah Lee? Oh, every night, why do I shake with fright? Because my dynamite change your mind about me, oh Dinah. If you want me to China, I'd hop an ocean liner to be with Dinah Lee. La 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 do da 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 la la do 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 la la do. Da 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 da, da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da da do la la do la la do la da do da da la da da do do da da do 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 la da do la da do da 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 ba do da do da la la da da la do 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 da 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 da. Oh, Dinah, if you wanted to China, I would hop an ocean liner just to be with Dinah Lee. Oh, Dinah, with your Dixie eyes blazing, how I long to sit and gaze into the eyes of Dinah Lee. Oh, every night, why do I shake with fright? Because my dynamite change your mind about me. Oh, my mind about me, oh, Dinah. If you wanted to China, I'd hop an ocean liner, oh, Dinah, oh, Dinah Lee, oh, Dinah Lee, Dinah, just to be with Dinah Lee. All right, Dinah. And Jessica and I were listening to some great recordings of Dinah just this morning, and so I was inspired to do this song for you. Welcome, everybody. I'm Casey MacGill. I'm strumming your way on a music du jour today, and I'm absolutely pleasurated to be with you this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the world. Excuse me. And I'm going to be doing some good ones for you today. That last one is associated with a number of great musicians and singers, Dinah. And there's a fantastic recording of a film of Louis Armstrong performing that song from his European tour back in 1933. And you can find that on YouTube. I highly recommend you go check him out. And it's a great example of how he was absolutely the master of music and jazz, and one of the great inventors of swing itself. He's just absolutely spectacular on that. And There's also a great recording of Bing Crosby singing this tune with the Mills Brothers, and that is a fun recording. That's a lot of fun, and they sound absolutely great. Bing takes a really great scat solo. His scat singing is reminiscent of Bix Beiderbecke, but his vocal phrasing is a little bit more of a slightly more modest version of what Armstrong likes to do with his phrases. And Bing was a huge Armstrong fan, and you can hear a little bit of that in his recording of Dinah. And then also, from 1935, there's also a great recording of Fats Waller doing Dinah. And he's got his own take on it, which is completely unique and lovely. And he plays some really great stride piano. And he also does a little bit of that rolling bass that you associate with Western tunes. And I'm talking about... He starts out with a little bit of that, much quicker tempo. But he does a little bit of that, and he breaks into stride. So check those things out on YouTube. And I'm going to do another good one that I've performed quite a bit over the years. And this is a tune called Why Don't You Practice What You Preach? You're always telling me what I ought to do. Oh, wait a minute. That's yesterday's show. Excuse me. I'm going to do another song that was associated with Connie Boswell, actually. And I've got a little set list here. And I put my lists for the week here on a piece of paper. And I looked at the wrong day. But this next one is a tune called Hummin' to Myself. And there's our tempo. I got the words, I got the tune. I've been rehearsing under the moon, but I got nobody to hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. Got the place, got the time. I got a lot of love words that rhyme, but I've got nobody to hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. Oh, oh, la da da da. I guess it just had to be. Oh, oh, la da da da. Won't somebody listen to me? I got the words, got the tune. I'm gonna croon it under the moon, but I've got nobody to hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. I got the words, I got the tune. I've been rehearsing under the moon, but I got nobody hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. Got the place, got the time. I got a lot of little love words that rhyme, but I got nobody to hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. Oh, oh, la da da da. I guess it just had to be. Oh, oh, la da da da. Won't somebody listen to me? I got the words, I got the tune. I'm gonna croon it under the moon, but I got nobody to hear my song, so I'm humming to myself. Yes, I'm humming to myself. Oh, well, I'm humming to myself. All right, humming to myself. I believe Connie Boswell made a great record of that. And this song is from 1932 and was written by a great songwriter, Sammy Fain. And we've covered a few of his tunes before. He did this one back in 31. When I take my sugar to tea, all the fellas are jealous of me. Never take her where the gang goes, so when I take my sugar to tea. And he also did never thought that anyone in their right mind could ever treat another human so unkind. Didn't you sneak away and leave a note behind? Was that the human thing to do? He wrote a lot of good tunes. And he wrote some great ballads also. He wrote the song That Old Feeling from the later 30s. He also wrote music for Alice in Wonderland, I'm late for a very important date. So that's Sammy Fain who wrote that tune, Humming to Myself. And I'm going to stick with the ukulele for all my ukulele fans. And then for the piano fans, Ida in particular, I appreciate Ida listening in yesterday and saying some nice things about the piano playing. And I'm going to do a couple more piano songs. But right now, speaking of Bing Crosby, Bing and the Rhythm Boys made a nice recording of this, and they were accompanied by the great Duke Ellington and his orchestra. And this tune was in a movie that it was an Amos and Andy movie from 1930s called Check and Double Check. And there's a scene in the movie where Duke Ellington is playing this song, and you see three of the musicians in the band stand up and sing it, but actually it was the Rhythm Boys behind the curtain singing into a microphone. And here we are. Three little words, oh, what I'd give for that wonderful phrase. To hear those three little words, that's all I'd live for the rest of my days. And what I feel in my heart, they tell sincerely. No other words can tell it half as clearly. Three little words, 8 little letters that simply say, I love you. La da la da 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 da. Bo da da do do la da do di la do di la 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 da 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 da. Ba da do da 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 la da da da. Do da 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 da. La da do 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 da da da. La da 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 dee da 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 la da ba da do 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 da da la da 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 do do da da la da da. Oh, 3 little words. Oh, what I'd give for that wonderful phrase. To hear those 3 little words, that's all I'd live for the rest of my days. And what I feel in my heart, they tell sincerely. No other words can tell it half as clearly. 3 little words, 8 little letters that simply say, I love you. 3 little words. And whew, I'm glad I got through that scat solo. Actually, often with the scat solos, I've done these songs for so long that I have a kind of general idea where I'm going. But that one, that was a new one. I had no idea where I was going. I'm glad I made it out of it without any obvious bruises. So anyway, let's see. Chet is with us. Great to see you in the comments, Chet, and let's see, and Ida. All right, Ida, thank you for joining us. And now I'm going to do the next couple of songs on the piano, and that was as a result of your compliments. So I want to give you some more piano music. Now, all my ukulele friends out there, I hope that this is okay with you. I've played a couple of tunes on the uke, and I want to mix it up a little bit. And when I come back on the next show, I'm going to play some more ukulele. So please stay with me here. All right, I'm going to go over this direction. And this song is a lovely song from Fats Waller. We think of Fats as a jubilant, joyous, witty, funny, spontaneous, explosive talent. And we don't think of him so much as a pensive or a reflective kind of a personality, but he was much wider, and he had a full range of artistic expression as a songwriter. And this tune was recorded by Mildred Bailey back in the early 30s, and Jessica and I were just listening to a wonderful recording of Mildred doing the tune Georgia on My Mind, and she was backed by the Delta Rhythm Boys, and it made me think of her recording of this tune. And before that recording of Georgia, this tune here was probably her most expressive ballad. And this is actually quite bluesy, a little bit on the bluesy side for Mr. Waller. And it's something he wrote in the 20s. And he recorded it instrumentally, but he never sang it. But it's a lovely tune, and it's called Willow Tree. It goes like this. Willow tree, hear my plea. When you weep, go on and weep for me. My life's so weary with misery. Evening breeze, sigh for me through the trees. Go on and cry for me. My life's so weary with misery. Each day it rains and rains, bringing aches and pains. I'm like a stranger everywhere. Nobody seems to care. The burden's more than I can bear. Willow tree, hear my plea. Oh, when you weep, go on and weep for me. My life's so weary with misery. Each day it rains and rains, bringing aches and pains. I'm like a stranger everywhere. Nobody seems to care. The burden's more than I can bear. Oh, willow tree, hear my plea. Oh, when you weep, go on and weep for me. My life's so weary with misery. All right. Willow Tree. That's a great one. I want to do another one here from New Orleans. And by the way, am I on the ukulele? Can you put, there you go, thank you. I want to do another tune that is on the piano, and this one is a tune written by one of the great songwriters from New Orleans, a native of New Orleans, and unfortunately, he just passed away recently, a couple of years ago, Alan Toussaint. And Alan Toussaint wrote a lot of hit songs. He was active in the rhythm and blues, you know, the R&B and soul music of New Orleans to come out from the late 50s all the way up through the 70s and 80s. Lots of hits in the 60s. And he wrote Working in a Coal Mine, Mother-in-Law, excuse me. And he wrote for a lot of different people, and he also eventually started performing his own tunes. And this one here is from the 70s, and this was from an album that he made for himself back in the 1970s, and it's a groovy little number called Lover of Love, and it goes like this. Love, that's what you are. No one in particular, that's your line. Joe, Jack, Jimmy, or Mac, just anyone will suit you just fine. But now before your life goes, somebody's gonna open your nose, just like the way that you opened mine. They search for relief, walk up and down the lonely street, but comfort will be hard to find. Who is gonna love you? How will my love be? It's gonna be true. Lover of love, that's what you are. But I hope you come down from cloud nine. Meanwhile, I'll get my fingers crossed. Just hoping that you don't get lost and come back, and please, please be mine. Who is gonna love you? How will my love be? It's gonna be true. Lover of love, that's what you are. But I hope you come down from cloud nine. While I keep my fingers crossed, is hoping that you don't get lost and come back, and please be mine. I'll come back, and please be mine. Yeah. All right, Lover of Love. Alan Toussaint, some great music from New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. And at some point, I'd love to do a New Orleans show and also get a guest or two from New Orleans to join us on one of our cocktail hours. You know, I haven't mentioned it up until now, but we have a cocktail hour coming up this coming Thursday. That'd be on the 7th of January, and it's at 7 p.m. Pacific time. In New Orleans, that would be 9 o'clock, I believe. And we've got Birch Pierre and Jenny Littlefield as our fantastic musical guests. We're very excited about that. They're both great singers, and they're a lot of fun. And they have some original music, and they have some great covers, too. So we're very much looking forward to that. That's this Thursday, the 7th at 7 p.m., and that is Pacific time. So that's our cocktail hour, and you can find us on my channel at YouTube, and then it'll also be on my Facebook channel, Facebook page, excuse me, my personal page, and then we have a cocktail hour page, Casey McGill Cocktail Hour, so you can find us there as well. And also, I don't know if you've noticed the links for PayPal and Venmo. You know, those are up there for a reason, and the reason is we really appreciate your support in terms of some monetary contributions. Unfortunately, we don't live in a society where the arts are supported by the government like in other places, but we definitely can use our support. Since now with COVID and everything, there's practically no business for music, and I don't know about the other arts, but we're kind of dead in the water here, so we really do appreciate your contributions, and we also prefer Venmo because there's not as much of a fee involved. So if you want to help keep this thing going, please go over to Venmo or PayPal and make a little contribution. And that pretty much wraps up our show for today. Excuse me, I've got a little sneeze in the works there, but I am going to switch over to the ukulele camera, and there we are. And I'm going to play you out with a little bit of the first song that I did today. and that is Dinah. So, just as a reminder, I want to encourage you to go to YouTube and check out those great recordings of Louis Armstrong. He did a wonderful concert performance of Dinah when he was in Europe in 1933, and it's absolutely spectacular. I mean, just watching him perform with that band, and it's a really good band too. And man, they really just tear it up on that tune. And I can't say enough about how great he is, Louis Armstrong. This is when he was young and just brimming with his creative energy. Not that he didn't have it as an older man, but wow. And then also Bing Crosby with the Mills Brothers. That's a fantastic version. And there's another version with Fats Waller, and they're all just great. So check those out. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of this, and thank you so much for tuning in. And it's great to see your names streaming by there. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to be back here with Music du Jour. It's Monday through Friday, and I go on between 12:30 and 1. So check it out. Oh, Dinah, it's raining finer in the state of Carolina. If it is, and if you know her, show her to me, Dinah. With your Dixie eyes blazing, how long to sit and gaze into the eyes of Dinah Lee? Well, every night, why do I shake with fright? 'Cause my dynamite changed your mind about me. Oh, Dinah, if you wanted to China, I would hop and